Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Jurnee Taylor and here's what we're following this noon hour. The political world is reacting to the death of former First Lady Rosalynn Carter. More on the legacy she's leaving behind in 2 minutes. Plus, less than a week away from Thanksgiving, we've got some good news for shoppers. That turkey might cost you less this year. A closer look at what caused those changes at 12:16. And experts say the best laid summer lawns are actually tended to in the fall. We're sharing a few tips to keep your yard healthy a little later in the show. But first, we have a look at weather. Meteorologist Scott Cover joins us. Scott, it's been raining on and off. Do you have your eyes on anything serious coming in now?
We definitely have the potential for some strong to severe thunderstorms, primarily in southern Arkansas. The window for that probably this afternoon into this evening. Here's the latest severe weather outlook. There have been some minor changes since this morning. First of which, we have trimmed it back out of North Arkansas. Now, the capital city, a large majority of the state still under this level 1 risk. Meanwhile, the focus really remains here in southern Arkansas. This is going to be our level 2 potential. It's here where the atmosphere is going to be most favorable to produce some severe weather later this afternoon. Here's our live radar picture. We notice a widespread area of rain now moving into eastern Arkansas. Decent amount of coverage north of I-40 with some stronger thunderstorms in southern parts of the state. In the meantime, maybe you need to run a couple of errands here on the lunch hour. If you're in the Little Rock area, we're getting a break, but as you can see, more rain certainly going to be moving in from our southwest. These showers generally tracking off towards the east northeast. Fordyce, you're hearing a little bit of lightning and some thunder. Again, nothing severe as of right now, but let's definitely stay weather aware going into the afternoon. You'll notice most of Arkansas is somewhat cool. 50s out there. Little Rock's at 53 compared to 73 in Monticello. Here's where our warm front is situated right now, and it's going to be locations south of that warm front that stands to see the most risk for severe weather today. Showers and thunderstorms are going to continue, the strongest of which are going to be in South Arkansas. They'll all wrap up late tonight. Could give a couple of spotty showers through tomorrow morning. We'll take a look at future radar and your Thanksgiving forecast, all coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Scott, thank you. Well, new at noon, Arkansas State Police is investigating a shooting involving an officer this afternoon. Here's what we know from Conway Police right now. According to a tweet from the department, that shooting happened around the 3700 block of Highway 64 West. They say there's no danger to the public and that they will release more information at a later time. Now, we are working to find out when it happened, if this incident was deadly, and if the people involved are on administrative leave. You can stay with THV11 and THV11.com for any new developments. Tributes continue to pour in for former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, who passed away over the weekend at the age of 96. Carter changed the way Americans viewed First Ladies by taking an active role in policy during President Jimmy Carter's time in office. Natalie Brand has more on her life in Washington and beyond.
Former First Lady Rosalynn Carter and her husband, the 39th President Jimmy Carter, made their last public appearance together at the Peanut Festival in their hometown of Plains, Georgia, back in September. Married for more than 77 years, their marriage was the longest of any presidential couple and a partnership that led to the White House.
I look forward to consulting closely with him on a regular basis.
She's credited with transforming the role of First Lady, even sitting in on cabinet meetings as well as major briefings.
My role was more one of a sounding board for Jimmy. He could explain the issues to me and in the process think them through.
Rosalynn Carter also advocated for causes including mental health reform. After leaving the White House, the Carters continued their public service, building the Carter Center in Atlanta to promote peace and conflict resolution.
You know, they're really an incredible family because they brought so much grace to the office.
For nearly 40 years, the Carters partnered with Habitat for Humanity, helping to build homes for the poor. Just last week, Rosalynn Carter entered hospice care with her husband. The Carter Center says she died peacefully Sunday afternoon with her family by her side. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
And services for Rosalynn Carter begin next week in her hometown of Plains, Georgia. Little Rock police are investigating an overnight shooting that left one person dead. It happened at the intersection of Geyer Springs and Baseline Road. Officers say when they arrived, they found a man dead from gunshot wounds. The department is investigating, and we will keep you updated in our shows and online as we continue to work to learn more. Little Rock police are also investigating a shooting at a business facility where a 17-year-old was killed. Little Rock PD says officers found the teen dead Saturday night when they responded to the West Park Executive Building that's near West 12th Street in Rodney-Parham. The department says 3 other people were also shot and injured. They were brought to a local hospital, and we know at least 1 person is said to be in critical condition, and the 2 others are expected to recover. U.S. officials say a deal to free hostages taken into Gaza could be close. The high-stakes negotiations come as thousands are evacuated from Gaza's biggest hospital, including the smallest patients. Ian Lee has the latest.
They were born into war, one they can't understand. Now dozens of premature Palestinian babies are safe after evacuating to Egypt on Sunday. But 8 didn't survive the journey, says Dr. Mohammed Zakhout.
Because the lack of medicine, the lack of electricity.
For the rest of Gaza, the war rages. Israeli forces now claim they have more evidence Hamas used Gaza's largest hospital as a command and control center, something Hamas and Palestinian health officials deny. Yesterday, Israel released a video of a fortified tunnel, 180 feet long and 33 feet deep, they say ran under Al-Shifa Hospital.
I will now share this video.
Israeli officials say this footage shows 2 hostages being dragged inside the same hospital during the deadly October 7th attack that killed more than 1,200 Israelis.
By now, the truth is clear. Hamas wages war from hospital, wages terror from hospital.
As the war enters its 7th week, thousands of Gazans continue to flee south as Israel tightens its grip in the north. Still, there's not enough food, water, fuel, and medicine entering the coastal territory.
And that was Ian Lee reporting. The Hamas-controlled Ministry of Health claims more than 13,000 Palestinians, including more than 5,000 children, have been killed since the start of the war. Meanwhile, more than 200 hostages, including 10 Americans, are believed to be held in Gaza. U.S. officials say a possible deal to free them may include a 3 to 5 day ceasefire that would facilitate the release of dozens of women and children kidnapped from Israel in exchange for Palestinian women and children in Israeli prisons. In other news, in a show of support for Ukraine, U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin made an unannounced visit to Kyiv today. Austin met with Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky and promised that the United States and other allies will continue helping the country defend itself as the war in Russia with Russia drags on.
Mr. President, the United States of America is with you. We will remain with you for the long haul. What happens here in Ukraine, that not only matters to Ukraine, but it matters to the rest of the world. It certainly matters to the United States of America.
The visit comes as the Biden administration's request for more U.S. military aid to Ukraine has stalled in Congress. Today, Arkansans in several counties affected by severe weather can start applying for disaster assistance. This applies to homeowners and renters hit by storms on June 25th and 26th. Specifically, it's for those whose primary residence was destroyed or made unlivable. People in the following counties are able to apply. That's Arkansas, Pope, Faulkner, Lone Oak, and Pulaski. You can dial 211 or go online to arkansas211.org for more information. Also today, if you don't buckle your seatbelt, law enforcement is going to make sure you pay for it. It's the start of a week-long Click It or Ticket campaign for agencies around the state. It coincides with Thanksgiving weekend, a period where in 2021, 361 people were killed in wrecks across the country. Half of those were not wearing their seatbelts and may have been preventable. Authorities say they want to remind people that while a ticket can be costly, it doesn't compare to the ultimate price you could end up paying by being unbuckled. And in case you missed it, Arkansas head football coach Sam Pittman will keep that title for at least another season. Over the weekend, Athletic Director Hunter Yurachek announced that Coach Pittman isn't going anywhere this offseason, despite the team's struggles. Yurachek posted the news in a tweet saying the players were, quote, extremely excited when he told them Saturday night. We're in the midst of the team's first losing campaign since 2020, Pittman's first year as head coach. It's also the first time since then that they failed to make bowl eligibility. Pittman will face the media this afternoon, the first time since learning that his job is safe. Now, we're going to have more on that tonight at 5 and 6. And a lot of people heading to the grocery store this week. While the crowds are hard to deal with, the prices won't be. Still ahead, we're talking turkey and the savings you could see this year. Scott?
Well, it's going to be tough to see through the rain and the fog, as you can see here along I-630 in downtown Little Rock, where at the moment we're getting a break, but more rain likely today, even the potential for some severe thunderstorms. The very latest forecast coming up right after this.